switch, now that they in my life. You know me, my dog, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, here we go. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's 11. It's just me and you.
Garoppolo on first down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the toss, Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Come on, dude. Kill. Watch safety. Six. Lock. Switch.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Check. Brings up 2nd and 9. 11.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
White.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Benardrick McKinney coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
21.
On second down, it's Coleman. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air.
Here we go.
But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I got you.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Regular. Hey, seam 6.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
6-6, pull it high. Watch twist. 2 by 2. Move. Nice. Hey, Haywood. Hands up.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 29 is the mic.
Now Dalton with a first and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Garoppolo now. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
29 is Mike.
Throwing, Dalton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go. Watch twist. Watch twist. Out. 368. Check 50.
Throwing again. Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Leave. You must be dreaming. Stop.
On 3rd down, Nixon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Here we go, can.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Here you go, 368. Hey, high 7.
Another try after the first down sack. Dalton under pressure again, and down he goes again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
What's the run? They're running it. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. It's our 368. It's our deal. Heavy. Kill. Turn it up. Regular. Check 99.
Now Dalton. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Joe Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it. Unfolding
so far so good for him. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
21. 13.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now here's Ross. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Motion. Regular.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 29 is Mike. Mike 20. Here we go. 368. Hey, alert 3.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down.
Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch it. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here you go, Cam.
29. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Regular. Bravo.
Mike 29.
Come on, boy.
Heavy. Hands up.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it, taking it right down Broadway. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball. Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
52, 93, 44.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Good job, Parker. Nice. Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here we go.
29 is the Mike. Mike
5.
What we got?
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
2 by 2. Move.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here we go. 6.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I got it.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Andy Isabella was the intended target. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
21.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, here's Breida. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long.
21. Hey, gun. Hey, Delta. Go ahead.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Back now in Cincinnati, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gould now out to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
26.
Here's Dalton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. He's tired of me.
Throwing on third and long. Dalton, he's letting this one go for Fuller. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Who that? Who that?
Regular.
We got double up.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Hey, alert!
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
65.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Here we go. 180!
55 to Mike. Watch the slant.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
21.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Hey, switch gears. 36. Slam.
65.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 34 yards there and a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
29 is Mike. 29.
Dalton here from the gun. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. He's checking.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, 29. Here we go.
Here you go. 368.
29 is the Mike.
Hey, exit.
29. Hey, keep it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
68.
Smooth. 29 is the Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton, he's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
12.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
11. Hey, echo.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready. He's moving. He's moving, boys. He's moving.
From the gun, Dalton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Able to find Isabella. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And it'll be Dalton again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. Another chance for Dalton. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go. Protein spill. Whip. Watch the whip. Check that.
Garoppolo looking to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an
being in the zone.
So for the 9